The prisoner, in an attempt to escape prison, first lit a plastic box. After the plastic melted, he poured it into a bottle cap. Then he put a screw in. When the plastic solidified, he took the screw out. Finally, he fixed a toothbrush on the back of the bottle cap. Thus, a tool for removing screws was made. They stacked up the wooden frames and John climbed on top of them. Using the tool, he easily removed the screws, and soon he dismantled the protective cover of the ventilation opening. The two couldn't wait to crawl into the ventilation duct, but unexpectedly, an iron guardrail blocked their way. The guardrail was very firm and couldn't be opened at all, but this was their only escape route and they had to cut through the guardrail. But how could they cut through it? John came up with an idea. When his girlfriend came to visit him, he asked her to hide a saw blade in a book and send it to other prisoners inside the prison, because in this way, if the saw blade was discovered by the prison guards, they wouldn't suspect them. A few days later, the prison guards delivered the book to the cell, which proved that the prison guards didn't find anything hidden in the book. So a teammate pretended to borrow the book from the prisoner and took the saw blade out by the chance. Then they entered the ventilation duct again and slowly sawed through the guardrail with the saw blade. However, if they wanted to enter the storage room at night, they still needed to get the key to the door, but they had already thought of a way to obtain the key. On this day while working, they poured out the glue and added white powder to mix and make a mold. Then a teammate pretended to accidentally bump into a prison guard, and John took the opportunity to replicate the model of the key. John then poured melted plastic into the mold. When the plastic solidified, a key for the iron door was made. Everything was ready, and the next step was to wait for the opportunity. 2 weeks later, the prison held a performance, and this was the best time for them to escape. They used the plastic key to open the iron door and crawled into the ventilation duct one by one. Along the ventilation duct, they climbed to the position of the access hatch. The other end of the inspection port is the outside of the prison. They pried open the manhole cover and successfully escaped from here.